Hello everyone, West Country Explorers Dave and Amy here.
Hi.
Hi. So we're having a day going around Llandudno today, and what it is, we're going to be following follow the White Rabbit, because what it is, there's a young girl, Alice Liddell, and her and her family, they used to come on holiday to Llandudno quite a lot, and this little Alice Liddell, she was the inspiration for Alice in Alice in Wonderland. So that's the connection between Llandudno and Alice in Wonderland. So there is a bit of a trail, and we picked this map up from the Tourist Information Board. Going to be following it around. This was set up back in 2013, I think it was, so about 10-11 years ago. I mean, there's been some slight amendments to it since then. I mean, where was that bit there? Because when we bought it, don't worry about it. When we bought it, the trail map, I don't know if I pick that up, there you go. They did put this in it as well. It's just updates and all the rest. Because the trail did originally start outside the library.
Yes, correct.
And so that was the original starting point, but now we start on the corner by HSBC Bank. So there's a few little amendments to how it used to be, but we're going to be following the White Rabbit Trail.
I hope it stays dry.
Hopefully, yeah. He says just as the spots have started to come down. So guys, do you want to follow us on the trail?
Yeah.
If so, keep watching. You haven't got much of a choice, you've got to come with me.
Yes, I'm coming anyway.
Yeah, you've got to come.
Yeah.
So we're just going to show you a little footprint that we'll be following, so I'll twizzle you guys around.
And I'm the tour guide.
Yeah, you're the tour guide, yeah.
For once.
Yeah, there'll be little things to follow, little signs. Yeah, so we're starting just here by the HSBC. Don't see many banks around nowadays. Yeah, the rain started coming down a bit, so we're quickly hidden the cotton traders, and Amy's looking at coats. But this is the kind of route we're going to be following. So the white line, and there's various points of interest, things to see along the way, and it gets us all around Llandudno. I think stop number 2 is the town hall, and there's a flea market on there today, so we'll have a little look around that. That could be quite interesting. Alright, so this is the town hall. This is point 2 on the trail, on the old trail, and it's got there's a little bit of a write up. Basically, every year there's an annual Miss Alice Llandudno competition for local girls aged between 8 and 10. So whoever wins the competition for a year, they get to be Miss Alice. Oh. And like I said, there's a flea market on today, so we're going to go inside and have a little look-see, aren't we?
Yes.
That'll be good fun. Right, let's get you in the dry, Amy. We had an interesting little look around the flea market. We both bought a couple of an item each. Clocks. We bought clocks. So what it was, the store holders, what they do is DVDs, and I think also some like CDs, they turn them into clocks. So the clock that you bought,
I got the Titanic showing the 1999 film. It had Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. So a film picture for Titanic from 1999.
97.
Sorry, 1997.
So the DVD,
Yes.
Titanic DVD.
Yes, what I just said.
Sorry. And I got it was an Iron Maiden's CD on my clock, so that's what we did. And now we're now coming down Maddox Street at point 3 on Maddox Street, point 3 on the trail. It's not in existence anymore, the building, but it was Forester's monumental work. And so, do you want to read it?
Yes, I was going to, yeah.
Sorry,
It's the White Rabbit statue was unveiled in 1933 by former Prime Minister David Lloyd George on the West Shore. Dennis Forester, Frederick Forester's son, was also a monumental mason. He skillfully completed repairs on the White Rabbit statue due to vandalism. The site of this worship can be found by walking up Maddox Street, anyway. And then around the corner on the left-hand side are 2 small shops. It's this building that was erected on Forrester's monumental works, which are no longer here. Yeah.
Yeah, so the build no longer exists, but it originally existed and was on the trail,
And also Frederick Forrester, he was a stonemason. In 1933, his yard was in Argyll. It was there he created the famous Italian white marble rabbit statue shown in the photograph.
There, that
We'll take a photograph for you.
Well, yeah. I don't know if, if we...
Okay.
I think there's a statue of the white rabbit around on the trail, Here we are at point number 4, statue of Alice. She's had the drink, and there's a little door that she'd come through. I guess she's had that drink that made her grow big. Now these apps, I haven't got the White Rabbit apps don't exist anymore. Oh no, that was the drink that made her small to go through the door, right, yeah. So that was the shrink me drink. She hasn't had it yet. Right, so there's Llandudno train station. So if you come into Llandudno on the station, on the train, come out the station, and you've got Alice there. And she's right next to the Neville pub. So if you fancy a drink of a different kind to what Alice had, you can go in the Neville pub and have one. Here we've got the White Rabbit. He's in Northwestern Gardens. We've just come down from the train station down Vaughan Road, I think. Was it Vaughan Road? Vaughan Street. And Northwestern Gardens now for the White Rabbit. He's got his watch there. Right, there's a Premier Inn there, Tudno Castle Hotel Premier Inn. And if you want your expensive branded coffees and all the rest, there's a Starbucks. And if, like me, you've got a little bit of a small bladder, it's good to know there's some toilets here. It looks like you might have to pay to get in those toilets. I haven't checked them out yet. There you go, the White Rabbit. We've just been in there spending our money. Maisie's of Chocolate Shop of Llandudno. I've taken some photos in there, guys. It's an old-fashioned looking shop in there. Oh, the choices in there, amazing.
Very cheap.
Yeah, but good price, yeah. So I've taken some photos. I'll be putting on my Facebook page. So if you want to see what the inside looks like, guys, go check out the Facebook page, and you'll see some photos of Maisie's Chocolate Shop.
And it's very cheap.
So we're now on the promenade. I think that's the Little Orme over there. Over there's the pier and the Great Orme. All the seafront hotels. Yeah, we've just come down there. Hello. So, you're all right. Wherever we stop, you've got a seat. Yeah. So apparently that's a bit like a crocodile. I think that's like the sort of kind of like the teeth a bit. I think Lewis Carroll wrote a poem or short story about a crocodile or something.
Yeah, how doth the little crocodile? Oh, it's printed on the back of here.
Yeah, I think it's yeah.
Yeah. So, how doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail, and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale? How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws, and welcomes little fishes in with gently smiling jaws. Lewis Carroll.
Yeah. Yeah. So crocodile over there, yeah. Right, we shall slowly promenade along the promenade.
We're very looking forward to the Mad Hatter sculpture. That looks
We're coming up to the Mad Hatter sculpture in a bit. And here we got the Mad Hatter and his teapot. Looking a bit weather worn now. I've read recently apparently they're going to at some point in the very near future be sort of redoing the statues, giving them a bit of a restoration and like making them look a bit nicer. Naturally they're starting to show their age a little bit. That was it 2016 I think it was, the Tim Burton film came out, Alice in Wonderland. It was Johnny Depp, if I remember rightly, played Mad Hatter. And I've seen that film only once. I want to watch it again. But he did a very good job of playing the Mad Hatter, I think. Very good job indeed. One of the best Mad Hatters I've seen. Here in the St George's Hotel, down in the Menai Suite, we got this like stained glass picture here. This was, what did it was Alice when she was, what did it say on the?
Being Welsh.
No, I think it was Alice when she became one of the queens or something.
Queen of Welsh.
Queen of Welsh Resort. Oh, right.
Queen of Welsh, yeah.
Yeah. That's quite a nice little bit of stained glass. Right, down near the seafront now, by the cenotaph, we've got the pocket watch, the White Rabbit pocket watch. When we went to the George Hotel, after we looked at the stained glass window, we then stopped there for a drink and a toasted tea cake. So the staff there were, oh look at that, number 6 is broken, falling off. No, the staff there were very nice, very friendly. They're saying they get quite a lot of people coming in to see the stained glass window down in the Menai Suite. So here we got the Wildings Hotel. Oh, if I zoom in, this is where Alice Liddell stayed in Easter 1861. Oh, sorry, sir.
All right, mate, you
Right,
can go.
right, there you
All
can
right.
go. Bye. Sorry.
Thank you.
So when Alice stayed here in 1861, it was known as Llandudno Villa. Now when this Alice in Wonderland trail was created in about 10 years ago, it was known as the Llandudno Hotel. But nowadays it's the Wildings Hotel. Right, we're up in Happy Valley area. This is number 11 on the tour, on the Alice in Wonderland tour. It's a bandstand. You've got the various sort of soldiers. Oh, the Mad Hatter. Ah. And over here, got number 12. Did I say that was 12? If I did, I meant to say 11. That's number 11. And here we got number 12 on the tour. It's a Jubilee monument and fountain to Queen Victoria. Oop. Alright, so let's just quickly have a look at the... Right, so Prince Leopold was the fourth son of Queen Victoria. He was acquainted with Alice Liddell. Alright, yeah. And it is thought that Leopold had a romantic interest in Alice. So that's why this is on the tour, this bit. That area was a bit badly damaged by storms a while back. So I don't think we can... There's some statues we can't get to, I think. At least according to the update, they're not really accessible, not all of them. And this is number 13, the teacher's chair. I mean, Lewis Carroll, who's a teacher at Oxford. As you can see, some of these do need a little bit of updating. But that looks like that can be redone, remade a bit. So that's teacher's chair. And just down here, if I bring you here, it's number 14, the White Rabbit. I've lost his nose a bit. Suddenly a white rabbit with pink eyes ran close by. Oh dear, I shall be too late, the rabbit said to himself. When she thought it over afterwards, it occurred to her that she ought to have wondered at this, but at the time it all seemed quite natural. But when the rabbit actually took a watch out of its waistcoat pocket and looked at it, and then hurried on, Alice started to her feet, for it flashed across her mind that she had never before seen a rabbit with either a waistcoat pocket or a watch to take out of it, and burning with curiosity, she ran across the field after it, and was just in time to see it pop down a large rabbit hole under the hedge. In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again. Right, here we are, this is 18 on the trail, so I haven't yet seen 15, 16, 17. This is the King and Queen chairs. Now, this part of the trail is a bit that officially at the moment not accessible, so I probably shouldn't be here, possibly. But yeah, so I don't advise, well, I was going to say I don't advise people to come here, but that's possibly a bit hypocritical of me saying that. All I'm going to say is I probably shouldn't officially be here, so just because I'm here doesn't mean it's okay to come here. Right, this is the Mad Hatter's Tea Party table. So this is number 15. No, 16 even, sorry. This is number 16 on the list. Right, so far, what I haven't seen yet is 15, which is the Eat Me cupcake. I haven't seen 17, the small door into Wonderland. Oh. I haven't spotted the Eat Me Cupcake statue. But here's the small door. Because earlier I was completely forgetting that it's a cupcake that Alice ate to make her small. I knew it was a drink that she drank a potion that made her grow big. But for some reason I had it in my mind that she also drank something to make her small. But no, that was wrong. So yeah, it was a cupcake shape that made her small and able to fit through the door. And here we got the Cheshire Cat. He flipping like he, poor old Cheshire Cat, he definitely needs replacing. Probably could repair a lot of it, but let's do a bit of sanding down, but that'd make him a lot smaller than what he is now. I mean, that bit there, that right hand side of his face, his like right hand ear and all that needs replacing. Yeah, so that's the Cheshire Cat. Well, look at that view. That ain't that a lovely view? Gert lush. But these are mosaics on the side of a public toilet. But on this one, right, so you've got Alice there. And oh, there's the Cheshire Cat. Might be in my imagination, but that to me looks like it might be Tweedledee and Tweedledum. No, it might be just my imagination. But right, so anyway, there's Alice. Definitely got Alice and the Cheshire Cat. Alright, so the mosaics, they were number 20 on this tour. And 20.21 is a croquet lawn, which according to the current amendment sheet that I was given, it's no longer in operation. And number 22, the camera obscura, nowadays apparently that is privately owned by a local family who have chosen not to open, only on special occasions. So what we're going to do is we're going to miss those two out and go straight down to point number 23 on the trail,
which is 5 Church Walks, the architect's house.
Yeah. So we're going to take you down there, guys. See you at the bottom of the hill. Now this is number 5 Church Walk. Now when the Liddells were here, this was an architect's house, and in the window was a drawing that caught Dean Liddell's eye. He was Alice's father, and it inspired him so much that he spent most of the Easter looking for a plot to build a holiday home here. All because, and like I said, this was the architect's house with a drawing in the window that caught his eye. It's B&B now. Right, this is St George's Church in Church Walk. This is the church that the Liddells attended. Deconsecrated in 2002. Well, stopped being used in 2002, and it's now a business centre. That's what it's used as nowadays. Not sure how I feel about churches being used as business centres, but much better that it be used as a business centre than for it to stand empty and derelict and slowly deteriorating. So, business centre, lesser of two evils. I won't be too long, I promise. Just I do YouTube videos, so I've been doing as I've been going around doing the tour, I've been doing like a bit of recording there. Each place I'm going to like put it all together for a YouTube video, yeah.
Brilliant.
So I've got to get Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah, they're my favourites.
Yeah. As I was coming up here, I was thinking, most people, they can probably honestly say they've got a couple of co-workers they refer to as Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got a couple I often refer to as Pinky and Perky.
Pinky Perky.
I'm showing my age a bit there. Very close to where Tweedledee and Tweedledum is, there's a tea room. Amy and I are just going to stop there in a second for a drink, well-earned drink. There's also public toilets there. But as we're making our way to the tea room, I thought I'd just record this view. Ain't that amazing? Llandudno down there. Right, this here, if you see the railings going zigging zagging up there, that's number 26 on the trail, the zigzag path. And in Through the Looking Glass, in chapter 2, the Garden of Life Flowers, there's an extract. Oops, see that? I'm going to read out a little extract. I should see the garden far better, said Alice to herself, if I could get to the top of that hill, and here's a path that leads straight to it. At least no, it doesn't do that, after going a few yards along the path and turning several sharp corners. But I suppose it will at last. But how curiously it twists. It's more like a corkscrew than a path. Yeah. So maybe that zigzag path is the inspiration for that little part of the chapter. Just to this way around. Right, so that little footpath down there is closed, but we've got to go through here. So a bit further along the path, come across this sign. So I'm wondering if this is zigzag, as opposed to what I said earlier, where I was recording earlier. So I think that might be the zigzag path going up there. So there you go. I think that might be it. What I'm going to do, guys, is yeah, that's zigzag. Right, so I've left Amy sitting down there. Number 27 on the tour is just along there. There's some would have been the backdrop for a painting that was done with Alice and her two sisters. And what we got here, number 28 on the tour, this is a cave, little cave entrance that would have been the inspiration for the rabbit hole in Alice in Wonderland. Spider's webs, a few eggs around. Smells of rabbit poo in here, not rabbit poo, sheep poo. Why did I say rabbit? It smells of sheep poo in here. Because there is sheep poo in here, that's why it smells like it. But look at that, just look at that, guys. Oh. Right, I had to get back down to Amy. Yeah, so this area would have been the backdrop to that painting of Alice and her two sisters. Right, so we've come down from down there, and out here, if I zoom in, and this is number 29 on the trail. Those two rocks sticking up out the water. They're widely believed to be the inspiration between the behind the walrus and the carpenter. Those two rocks there sticking out the water. Somewhere around here used to be the holiday home of the Liddells.
Called Penmorfa.
Penmorfa, yeah. But it's been demolished, and I think it might have been in there through that gateway. So I think that might have been the site of their holiday home. It used to be definitely around this area somewhere, but it's now gone.
It does say a plaque inscription will be erected at the site in due course, but I don't know when that will be.
I don't know if that has been done. We'll keep our eyes open, see if a plaque has been put up. This is named as the Pool of Tears. This boating lake was built in 1896 and sits on what was ore and copper sorting ponds. When Alice's holiday home, Penmorfa, was knocked down, the lake was christened locally as the Pool of Tears, when a protester remarked, "If Alice Liddell could see what they had done to her house, she would have cried and filled this pool of tears herself." I think that all of the protesters who stood here when Penmorfa was knocked down did just that. The Pool of Tears attracts lots of wildlife, including lots of beautiful swans. And I'm going to read an extract from Alice in Wonderland about the Pool of Tears. "You ought to be ashamed of yourself," said Alice. "A great girl like you to go on crying in this way. Stop this moment, I tell you." But she went on all the same, shedding gallons of tears until there was a large pool all round her. Much later, it was high time to go, for the pool was getting quite crowded with the birds and animals that had fallen into it. There was a duck and a dodo, a lory and an eaglet, and several other curious creatures. Alice led the way, and the whole party swam to the shore. So here we have a statue of the White Rabbit. So this White Rabbit memorial, unveiled by David Lloyd George, a local MP and former Prime Minister, was unveiled on Llandudno's west shore. The original statue was carved from a 3-ton white Sicilian marble block by a monumental mason, Frederick W. Forrester, whose workshop was in Back Maddox Street, not far from Llandudno's train station. It was unveiled in a belated commemoration of the centenary of Lewis Carroll's birth. At the time of the unveiling, Alice Liddell was aged 81 and unable to make the ceremony, but she did write a letter to organiser J.H. Hibbert expressing her regret. This beautiful statue has been repaired on several occasions and more recently renovated in 2013. And this is number 31 on the trail that I'm following. Here we got the Cheshire Cat.
Ew.
Well, look at that grin and those green eyes. Outside the Lily restaurant. Go on.
Chapter 6, Pig and Pepper. I didn't know that Cheshire cats always grinned. In fact, I didn't know that cats could grin, said Alice. They all can, said the Duchess, and most of them do. The many origins of the Cheshire cat. Charles Dodgson Lewis Carroll was born in Danesbury in Cheshire. The Cheshire cat is a fictional cat popularised by his deception of it. Daily farming. A possible origin of the phrase grinning like a Cheshire cat is from the large number of dairy farms in Cheshire, hence the cat's grin because of the abundance of milk and cream. Cheese moulds. The phrase has never been satisfactorily accounted for, but it has been said that cheese was formerly sold in Cheshire moulded like a cat but looked as though it was grinning. And church carvings. These are many reports, but Carroll found inspiration from the name and expression of the Cheshire cat from carvings inside one of the many churches he had frequented.
Got a little white rabbit weather vane there. Go on to that. It's a westerly wind. Now, I cannot for the life of me remember what I learnt about weather vanes. So, just to prove how pig ignorant I am about weather vanes, I'm not sure if that means the wind's coming from the west or going to the west. This is Llandudno Baptist Church, formerly known as Church of Our Saviour, built in 1912. There is a font in there in the memory of Lewis Carroll. He was, did it say it was gifted by some children? Yes. Gifted by some children. It's no longer a place of worship. I think it looks like there was a food bank and a clothing bank going on in there. But it's not open, so we can't get in to see the font. But yes, there is a font in there dedicated to, in the memory of Lewis Carroll. Queen of Hearts there. That was she was the one that, if I remember rightly, she was the one that was all off with your head. That kind of comment. So that's number 36. We're almost at the end. One more spot to see. Right, number 37, the final number on the list. Now this is the Travel Lodge here. And on just so people know where I am exactly, so you can pinpoint me down. There used to be a photography studio here, owned by a Thomas Edge, on this corner of this road here, and he took at least one photo of Alice Liddell and her sister, two of them together. So, and it would have been here. So that's how this site has got a connection to Alice in Wonderland. Well, that's Alice in Wonderland trail finished. We followed the right rabbit all the way to the end, and it's 5 o'clock, dinner time, and guess where Amy and I have ended up? That's right, Llandudno's got the spoons, so that's where we come for dinner. So guys, I'm going to get myself some grub. Hope you've enjoyed watching. I've certainly enjoyed exploring, and well, Amy has as well, haven't you, Amy?
Yes, I've loved it.
Yeah. So we're going to sign out and get some dinner. Look forward to seeing you in the next video, and in the meantime, the usual, stay safe, take care, God bless.